So I don't know if it's school holidays here or whatever, or maybe this is just how it is all the time, but the place is just absolutely packed. This is the second night I've come out now, and it's exactly the same. So maybe this is what it's like every night. But I am about to take off tomorrow. I'm planning to head up to Hanoi, and apparently that gets even busier. So I suppose my style of travel, I'm more used to maybe beachside, tropical island sort of places. That's sort of where I vibe to. This trip I am hitting, or possibly planning to hit some of the cities a little bit, although I am doubting it now. I have to be truthful, because the crowds are probably doing my head in a little bit, and that may be just because the vibe that I'm sort of in at the moment, just sort of don't feel like dealing with a heap of crowds. But yeah, so I really don't know how to go about it, whether I should head up north as planned, or whether I should just try and find a nice little hangout along a nice beach somewhere, or a few of them. So that's sort of where I'm sitting at the moment. I've got to admit, sometimes with travel, I sort of, put a lot of planning into it, and I was always a little bit hesitant about Vietnam and booking it the way that I have. Just because, not because Vietnam's not great, it's beautiful, but just because I wasn't sure if it was going to be my style, and probably because of reasons I just talked about. But yeah, I don't know. I just I am apprehensive about maybe heading into the bigger cities, because if I'm finding this with places like Hoi An, which are pretty easy going, and also Da Nang, once you went into the middle with the Dragon Bridge and all of that, and once I hit Hanoi and probably Ho Chi Minh, it's going to be double, triple hectic. So do I go or do I not? I don't know. Yeah, but as much as you plan, you just can't sort of know a place, you can sort of get an idea through different vloggers on whether it's something you sort of think you might enjoy, but until you get here, you can't know if it's really your style. So that's part of traveling. You just got to go for it, and sometimes if you get somewhere and you're sort of not vibing it, well then sometimes you have to make changes. But yeah, but that works two ways as well, guys. Sometimes there will be places you think, nah, I'm not going to like that joint, and you get there and you just sort of go, this is the best place I've ever seen. I love this place, and you never thought you would. So I think it's you do have to push through a little bit, and I may do that, or I may not. We'll see. But things that I have found here are definitely Grab app. Just I haven't used it before, so it seems to be pretty easy to use. If I can do it, anyone can. So, and yeah, just a great way that you don't have to sort of hassle too much for taxis. Be prepared if you're going on a trip somewhere like in Da Nang. I went up to Lady Buddha and I got caught out a bit because I couldn't get a grab back, so I ended up just going for a big walk actually, and got myself a fair way back into somewhere where it was a bit easier to get a grab. So when you're going on a tour way out, maybe you're better off doing something like that, and you can then you won't get stuck like I did. Anyway, if you want to have a look at that vlog, it'll be in the Vietnam videos on the playlist. that says Vietnam. And on that note, guys, what was I going to say? Forgot. Oh, subscribe. Thanks. If let's see, food. I haven't been that adventurous. I've tried a few of the things. I don't know the names to all of them, but there's a lot of soup and noodle soups and that here. I think basically they call them pho or something, pho this, pho that. So, and they are nice. I had one today. Once I got to the bottom of it, I could hardly. The chili was just full on, but it was nice, and they got a good mix of mince and veggies and things in it. So cheap as chips, guys. About 25,000 or something. I got that for today. And what I have lived off is the banh mi, which is basically a bread roll with, you know, whatever you want, meat, egg, heap of salads, and just, yeah, they just make them really tasty. How they do it, I don't know, but they do. And other than that, I've probably hung in I've sort of chilled out a little bit first 5 days and probably hung in the hotel a bit, so I've just been getting 2-minute noodles and things like that from the convenience store, and a few bevies and that. And you'll find most of the accommodation here have got fridges in, even the real cheap ones, they got fridges, and so that, you know, you can put a few drinks in there, and they seem to all the 2 rooms that I've been in so far have been kettles, and really the price that I'm paying, and the rooms have been nice and big and in good areas, I feel. They've been like 30 Australian dollars, 20 Australian dollars, so you don't have to pay much here to get a good room. In saying that, I was looking at some resorts today just on booking.com, down on the coast a bit more, down back in Da Nang Way, and you know, you can pay up to, there was one I was looking at there, $300 a night. They go up, you know, you can pay whatever, so they have that as well. If you got $1,000 a night to spend, you can do that, no worries. But you got all your options here, and don't know where I'm going. So internal flights, because I booked a few internal flights. So I went airline called Bamboo. They seem to be okay, and you're looking at 150, 200 Australian dollars, that sort of thing, you know, depending on where you're going. There are cheaper airlines, so there's plenty of other ones that fly around to different areas, but Bamboo's a reasonably major one, and that was pretty much the price, 100, 150, maybe 200 if you're going from Hanoi, say, down to Ho Chi Minh, which is Saigon. So yeah, that's a good way to get around. Plenty of transport. Probably I found myself up in a bit of a market. Ooh, obviously fish market, because it's a bit stinky. So just on Acom too, there's I hear a lot about these sleeper buses. I haven't been on them yet, but a lot of people use them. Apparently they're fairly good price, and yeah, just plenty of different ways to get around. But the one thing that I did want to get to is language barrier. Probably the area where I was in Da Nang, which is pretty much straight down the bridge, straight down near the ocean from the Dragon Bridge is the best way to describe it. So right in the guts of it. Yeah, the truth is, if you've travelled Thailand, Bali, places like that, say Phuket, Bali, that sort of thing, don't expect to get the same language. They just don't speak English, if that is your language, which I'm assuming it is if you listen to me babble on. So yeah, it's just one of those things that, you know, it is what it is. So Google Translate, good idea to have, and they will use it. A lot of people will have that, and they'll come up to you. They can't understand you, so they'll do translate on it. But yeah, definitely a language barrier here. And the weather, I'm in middle of July here, so the weather's been really nice actually. Touch wood when I say this, we haven't got any rain yet. I'm someone that gets up pretty early, and I go to bed pretty early, so what happens when I'm sleeping, I'm not sure. Maybe I've had a bit of rain or whatever, I'm not sure, but yeah. But yeah, the weather's been great. A few clouds come over at the moment, looks like threatening rain a bit, but yeah. I noticed you see a lot of group tours around here, and yeah, lots of the places I've been, not that I've been here long, I've only been in the country 5 days, but just giving you a bit of an idea of the things that I've seen up to this point. And yeah, there seems to be a lot of group tours from different countries and that. See big bus loads full of people rock off at different places, so it seems to be a way that lots of the different people from countries travel. So there you go, you got the banh mi, and yeah, so I'm also on honesty around this place. I mean, obviously any country, and no doubt here you'll get a few people which will do the wrong thing by you, but generally, you know, places like that and restaurants, I've found that, you know, you give them some money and they give you the right change, so that's a good thing. And it doesn't yeah, so I mean, obviously you always got to check things, but yeah, I'm not finding that people are trying to rip you off left, right and centre, sort of, but so yeah, generally they seem like pretty good people, and have a pretty cool vibe to them. So there you go. Anyway guys, I'm gonna go get something to eat at home, go and have something to eat at home. So Dino 3 Star Nomadic, good chatting. Don't forget to subscribe, we'll catch you down the track.